Ever pondered the nature of time? Or how calendars, the very system we use to measure it, came to be? It's a universal truth we all rely on. January is the first month of the year, Sunday the first day of the week. We abide by this structure, accepting it without question, the days and months ticking by in an unchanging cycle. But what if our understanding of time is based on a falsehood? What if our calendar system, the backbone to our perception of time, is not as concrete as we believe? This is where the story takes an intriguing twist. Picture a Bible, dated back to 1775, a relic that holds within its pages a potential challenge to our universally accepted calendar system. It hints at a different beginning, a year starting in March, a week starting on Sunday. A subtle shift, yet one that could turn our understanding of time on its head. Could we be living a lie, dictated by the calendar we use every day? In 1775, a Bible surfaced, suggesting not everything is as it seems. This wasn't just any Bible. It was a book that dared to challenge the established system, our understanding of time, and the very foundation of how we perceive our world. This Bible, with its worn, aged pages, bore a peculiar trait. It didn't subscribe to the traditional calendar system we're all accustomed to. Instead, it proposed a different concept altogether. It suggested that March, not January, was the first month of the year. Sunday, not Monday, was the first day of the week. A deviation, a departure from what we've always known. Imagine that, the first day of spring, marking the start of a new year, the dawn of a new week coinciding with the day of rest and worship. It's an entirely different rhythm, a fresh perspective on the cycle of life. It's as if this Bible was trying to tell us something, hinting at a reality hidden beneath layers of time and tradition. Now let's pause for a moment and ponder on this. What does this mean? What could be the implications of such a calendar structure? Is it merely a historical curiosity, an anomaly, or could it signify something more profound? One thing is certain. This 1775 Bible forces us to question our assumptions. It nudges us to reevaluate the structures we take for granted. It compels us to look deeper, to explore the roots of our conventions. It's a testament to the fact that what we perceive as absolute might be malleable, subject to change, and perhaps even manipulation. This Bible raises questions about why and how our current calendar came to be. It invites us to dig deeper, to uncover the truths hidden beneath the sands of time. A fascinating journey awaits, and who knows what we might find. Calendar alterations have a long history, often driven by practical, political, and power-related motives. Let's take a ride through the corridors of time to explore this intriguing subject. The ancient Romans, for instance, had a calendar that didn't quite match the solar year. It was Julius Caesar, in 46 BC, who reformed it to align more closely with the sun's movements, giving birth to the Julian calendar. Why did he do it? The old Roman calendar was wildly off track, causing confusion in agriculture and civic affairs. But it's also said that Caesar, the shrewd politician, knew that adjusting time could consolidate his power. Fast forward a few centuries to the reign of Pope Gregory XIII. In 1582, he introduced a slight tweak to the Julian calendar, creating what we now call the Gregorian calendar. This adjustment was necessary to correct a discrepancy in the calculation of the date of Easter. Yet it wasn't just about religious accuracy. The Gregorian reform was also a way for the Catholic Church to assert its authority in an increasingly fragmented Christian world. Even in the modern era, calendar changes have been tools of power. Take the Soviet Union, which for a brief period in the 1920s tried to introduce a revolutionary calendar with 5-day weeks, aiming to break from the past and reshape society. It didn't stick, but it's another vivid example of how time can be manipulated for political ends. And let's not forget the International Meridian Conference in 1884, where world powers agreed to adopt a universal day and a single world meridian. This was a practical decision to coordinate global timekeeping, but it also reflected the dominance of Western nations in shaping our shared understanding of time. These changes have impacted more than just the days of the week. They've shaped our very understanding of time. So, next time you glance at your calendar or watch, remember, there's a whole history of power, politics, and practicality ticking away behind those numbers. If our calendar has been manipulated, what does that say about our reality? This question may seem daunting, but it's worth considering. The implications of a manipulated calendar reach far beyond the mere tracking of days, weeks, and months. They permeate several aspects of our lives, influencing religious practices, societal norms, and even our personal routines. Think about it. Our religious practices often follow a calendar. Easter, for instance, is determined by the first full moon after the spring equinox. Would the date of Easter change if we started our year in March instead of January? How about Ramadan, which follows the Islamic lunar calendar? A manipulated calendar might mean that our religious observances are not in sync with the celestial events they're supposed to commemorate. Next, consider societal norms. Our work weeks start on Monday and end on Friday, based on the Gregorian calendar. But if Sunday was the first day of the week, as suggested by the 1775 Bible, would our work week start on a different day? Would we celebrate New Year's Day in March? Our society's structure is built around the calendar, and a manipulated calendar could mean a manipulated society. Finally, our personal routines are also intrinsically tied to the calendar. We set goals for the new year in January, start spring cleaning in April, and celebrate our birthdays on the same date every year. If the calendar were manipulated, would we still do these things at the same time? Or would we be celebrating our birthdays 3 months later? The implications of a manipulated calendar are vast and far-reaching. It's not just about moving dates around. It's about the potential for manipulation in many aspects of our lives. It's a sobering reminder that even something as mundane as the calendar can have an impact on our reality. The calendar you use daily might be more influential than you think. In the face of this evidence, it's vital to question what we know. Time, as we understand it, may be a construct, a framework that we've been conditioned to accept without question. But what if our perception of time in the calendar is skewed? What if the 7-day week, the 12-month year, the names of the days and months themselves are not as fixed and universal as we believe them to be? These are not questions to dismiss lightly. They prompt us to consider the possibility of a different reality, a different perspective on time. They ask us to question the accepted narrative, to delve deeper into the annals of history, and decode the secrets that lie therein. But this is not just about questioning the calendar, it's about the importance of critical thinking in all aspects of our lives. It's about not accepting anything at face value, about always seeking to understand the why behind the what. Consider this. If the calendar, something so fundamental to our daily lives, can be a subject of such profound debate and controversy, what else might we be accepting without question? What other facts and truths might we need to reevaluate? Independent research, a healthy dose of skepticism, and a willingness to question long-held beliefs are the cornerstones of a well-rounded understanding of the world. They are the tools that allow us to sift through the layers of misinformation and uncover the truth. So let's not just accept what we're told. Let's question, let's research, let's dig deeper. Let's challenge our preconceived notions and seek to understand the world in all its complexity. Remember, questioning accepted truths is the first step towards discovering hidden realities. Today we've journeyed through time, challenging our understanding of it. We've delved into the discovery of a 1775 Bible that shakes the very foundation of our traditional calendar system, suggesting that March, not January, should be the first month and Sunday, not Monday, the week's commencement. We've explored the history of calendar alterations, diving into the murky waters of practical, political, and power-driven motives that have shaped the way we perceive time. The implications of such manipulation are profound, influencing various aspects of our lives in ways we may not even realize. But the most important takeaway from our exploration is this: the need to question, the need to look beyond what is readily accepted, to dig deeper, and to challenge the status quo. Because it's in doing so that we uncover layers of truth hidden beneath centuries of accepted norms. As we part, keep questioning, keep exploring, and who knows what other accepted truths you might unravel.